Jason,
Danny.
how we doing, buddy?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm alright.
Nice attire that you're wearing there.
Yep.
Felt like I was never going to have to see that shirt again.
Do you know what the funny thing is? So I ordered this in the hope that it would come for the games, and it arrived like last week, just in time for Scotland to get booted out of the World Cup.
I walked by one of the bars on the way here, just up the road there, and then plastered along the wall was like, watch every Scotland game here.
Reruns.
Yeah. Yeah. So AJ had his first birthday yesterday.
Hey, happy birthday, little man.
Yeah, it was fun. And my dad is married to a Brazilian, and obviously the day after, the night before his birthday, Brazil got knocked out by Norway.
Just desserts.
I know. So, but they had bought AJ gifts, and they were like, "Yeah, it's a bit late for this, but they kitted him out with a bunch of Brazilian football gear." And I'm like, "Oh, it'd be perfect for the England match."
Disgusting. Disgusting.
So now it's kind of like, yeah, waste of time that.
Just put it in the bin.
I know.
Just burn it.
I know. Cat wears Scotland gear. Cat wears Brazilian gear.
I can still wear the Scotland stuff. I've got the boys because I really like this strip.
It's nice. Oh, I mean,
I love it. I think it's proper like retro.
yeah, it's good. I like it.
Kirsty's not a fan of it, but I really like it.
Oh no, I like it. Yeah, nice salmon red.
Yeah,
It's a good color.
yeah, I like it.
I mean, I don't throw it any of my kids. I wear them all the time, to be fair. So
Do you?
I wear.
I don't. This is my first Scotland top I bought.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
God, I've got about 15.
Had quite a few Italian tops over the years.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about that too much, though, do you?
No, because
Italy? Who are they?
I think last time they were in the World Cup, they won it.
You might not be wrong, to be fair.
What, 2006? Were they in it in 2010? Oh no, they were maybe in it in 2010. They were.
They haven't qualified for the last three. 2026, 2022,
2018,
and 2018.
Yeah.
But the last time they were in it was Brazil.
Last time they won it twice, 2006.
Yeah, but they were in Brazil 2014.
Yeah.
I don't remember how they did, but pretty crap.
Quarter maybe.
Pretty crap for a nation, that.
It's not good.
Try 28 years, though.
Yeah. But that's the thing, because obviously, like, Scotland's not really been in it. So then I've always.
Of course you'd go to Italy.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I'd hold on to that.
Because I was there when, remember with the whole headbutt thing?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember it vividly. So I was on the ferry from Calais to, from Dover to Calais, because we were going over to France. And I remember we were on like the ferry or whatever, and there was obviously what the majority of staff on there are French, some English, but a lot of them are French. And there was these like kind of like Italian fans or whatever, and they had their faces painted and all that for it, and flag and stuff like that. So I think my dad got speaking to them, and then I was over kind of sitting with them, or watching the game and that. And then obviously when Zidane did the headbutt, they're up shouting and screaming at like the French like staff and that, going wild. It was hilarious. So funny. Yeah, guess you don't talk shit about Zidane's sister.
No. God, I remember it vividly as well, but I wasn't surrounded by any Italians, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's one of those iconic moments in football that happens.
They don't make a statue out of it as well. I'm sure they've done a statue somewhere out of it. It's hilarious.
Wait, what? You can get headbutted by Zidane if you stand in front of the statue?
No, there's like a statue of him doing it, and I think it was Maserati, wasn't it?
I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I think it was Maserati.
What a way to bow out football.
Catch you. Anyway, these podcasts are becoming football podcasts now.
Well, I mean, it's World Cup, innit?
I know, but
Anyway,
we're out. And
topical.
Italy's not in it. England, they're still hanging on though.
Hello, English videographers. I know that you had to stay up late the other night. That was
Well done.
well done. You're still in
done.
it, and you stand.
Although, did you see Jordan Henderson?
Oh yeah.
By the way, that's a snap. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it, but
No, not good.
not good.
No.
Not good.
He'll be happy he's not a goalkeeper.
They better be wary of Norway. Like, I mean, I think they'd be very happy to see Norway rather than Brazil, but at the same time, Norway were much better than Brazil.
It's Haaland in it though.
Oh my god!
Do you see that thing where he walks like that?
Have you seen the build up where he's just like sort of sauntering on the pitch, and then suddenly he turns into like full attacker mode and heads the ball, and then you're like, this guy, his full time job is just to saunter around until needed. Man, absolute beast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, apologies, no more football.
No more football.
But good luck England on Saturday.
Yeah, good luck. Anyway, so I think we talked about this last week, and it's became a bit of a phenomenon. Phenomenon. Because everybody seems to be doing it now, and I don't know. I think maybe it's like a mix of people. You know, I think obviously like at the summit that we had in March just there, and obviously Becky introduced the world of Super 8 to everybody, and you know there's loads of people doing Super 8, which is great. But obviously there's costs associated with that, which make it and
more risk.
More risk, but also you kind of need to learn it. Like you can't just. Well, I mean, in some respects, you can just pick it up and start using it, but you're going to have varied results. You need a bit of time with it to understand your focusing distances and stuff like that. So then, obviously, people then, to try and get this nostalgia, because this seems to be in at the moment, is obviously people are using the camcorders. You've been using the Camp Snap for quite a while.
Yeah.
I would say in the last few months, I've been using the camcorder. And I've been really enjoying it. Like couples have actually been quite liking it as well. Like their eyes kind of light up when you hand it out at a wedding, and you get some. Obviously, it can be quite hit or miss, but I think what we were going to talk about today was just how maybe like the things that we've learned from using it, like in the things that have worked and maybe not worked. And like for me anyway, it's still a learning process. Like I'm still kind of like learning what best fits, but there are a couple of things that I've learned. Okay, that did work and that didn't work. And we thought we would share it with you. For I guess for anybody that is using it at the moment, you know, you feel free to reach out to us and tell us, you know, what is working for you by using it, and then maybe again what's not working. But it's quite. I like it. I'm still trying to figure out if it will be like a permanent fixture in my films, like or not. But I don't know. I think it's the same feeling that everybody has with it. It's just this little nod to nostalgia, nod to like a simpler time. Just when you see the footage, it just looks like it was in the 90s. Mm-hmm. And then you see somebody holding an iPhone, and you're like, no.
Yeah, I think the way I always try and describe it is when I look at memories in my head, when I'm thinking about a memory. It's not 4K.
No.
It's this sort of bloody, you know.
Can't really focus on it.
Can't focus on it. And I like to think that the footage that you get from camcorders kind of replicates that. It's not raw enough. It's not like high quality enough for it to be a clear memory. It's what you remember of the day, and that's what I think this footage kind of looks like. And it takes you out of the film and puts you somewhere in that room, and I think that's what's really good about it. I'm enjoying seeing all of the stuff come, because I think whenever someone does see nostalgic footage like that, even like I've filming a lot of stuff with AJ, and it looks good because I'm watching that back going, oh, this feels like the past, and it was the past, but it doesn't need to be high quality. I'm just enjoying seeing what it was like to be in that room and seeing the people that are important to me surrounded in the film. I think it's great. But yeah, there's definitely a use case for like definitely ways to use it and ways not to use it at the film, in the wedding film. I think there's some people who rely far too much on it, and you may be overshooting what is essential to get with these things, because they should just be. I mean, there's some people who have their business model around it, and that's perfect. But if it is something
like
just
a
to
full
add in,
camcorder film,
and that I can see it being really successful. But there's ways that I'm using it that I can complement the film, and that's that. Yeah, essentially, we're going to kind of discuss that. Maybe we'll discuss kind of what cameras are out there as well for people to use, because obviously we use different cameras, and I think it's it would be good for us to kind of just share that. So if you haven't actually joined the game yet and you're looking at footage of how people are doing that, then yeah, this conversation will be good for you.
Because it is a low barrier to entry.
Mm-hmm.
They don't cost much.
Nope, they don't.
So like a Super 8 camera plus the film, you're maybe talking for one roll of film at, for like what 2.5-3 minutes. You're probably going to be at least about, for a decent one, maybe all in for the camera and the film 300. Maybe like 400 at a minimum, but probably like 500, 600 maybe.
So you're looking to add that cost onto someone if you are going to take it on.
Whereas camcorder, you can buy one. I mean, the one that I picked up, I think was 40 quid.
Yeah.
40 quid, SD card, £10.
Cool.
And then that's you're good to go. Although, what you definitely want is a couple of batteries. Because I'll go through, or how it's used at a wedding, it goes through maybe like 2 batteries sometimes, depending on how much it's been used.
Right. Yeah.
And I always like to just have another one just on standby, because some people run with it and other people don't. But we'll get into that.
Yeah. We'll get into that
after this.
After this?
Oh, look at us being all cute.
What's happening? We're going for a break.
Are you tired of CRM just not getting the basic things right?
Things like being able to customize your brand fully,
Or constantly sending your emails to their spam folder?
or the juicy stuff getting analytics into performance.
That's why we have made the switch to Wadoa.
The CRM built by wedding pros for wedding pros.
It's honestly the prettiest CRM we've ever seen.
To help you make the switch, we're offering 3 months free on Wadola by entering the code TWVP.
Wadoa, the community-built CRM for wedding professionals. If you want to give your couples a viewing experience that matches the quality of your films, then VidFlow is the way to go.
Just upload your work, let the couples watch it on their TV, they can view a gallery on their phone, and wrap it up with all your branding so they get the ultimate viewing experience.
Think of it like Netflix, but for wedding films.
Listeners of That Wedding Videographer podcast get 10% off when they use the code TWVP. Hit the link in the show notes to get started.
Level up your wedding film delivery experience today.
40 quid?
£40.
I need one of them.
eBay. So, what do you want me to tell you what it was?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what kind it is.
Tell me what it is.
Because
Because I'm going to Spain at the end of the month and I want 2 of those cameras rather than the Cam Snaps.
So, like, I had the Camp Snap, and whilst it's all right, wasn't the biggest fan of, because you need to hold that trigger. So for any of you out there that don't know what the Camp Snap is, so it's essentially, it looks like a Super 8 camera, but it's like a digital, and it's just low quality, kind of like camcorder vibes. There was a couple of things I didn't like about it. One, I found that sometimes the little dials on it would get knocked, and it would change it from a 16:9 to a 9:16, or it would turn on the vintage filter or stuff like that. So I would get through a whole day of the people shooting on it, and I just wasn't going to use it. But also because of the fact that you have to hold down the trigger to record.
There's a learning curve for people.
Yeah, and like you want to limit the amount of learning that people need to do.
Yeah.
So I personally, I sold mine to you because you wanted it, but I thought it's just gonna be better if I just tell somebody press that button and you're recording, press it again to stop recording. And I'll be honest, it's made a big difference to the footage that I've been able to capture.
Yeah, that's the biggest drawback with the Cam Snaps, because one of the best ways of using camcorder footage is that you can essentially hire a second videographer who is a wedding guest. You can put that camera in their hands and they can go around and get different kind of access to people that you just won't get access to because they've got a prior relationship.
Yeah.
They can go in close to conversations and kind of pinpoint things and know who to look for.
Which we'll get onto.
We'll get onto. But with the Cam Snap, those little dials, they get knocked all the time. So half of my footage is in vertical when it's set it up perfectly for them. And it's like, wouldn't that have been good? And they don't know it's gone vertical. They don't know anything. They don't know it's suddenly now got vintage marks all over it. So you get to the end of the day and it's a bit annoying. And the fact that half of your content is pictures because they've just tapped the button.
So that was a bit that annoyed me, but will also remind me about the vertical thing in a minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the one that I'm using is, go figure, it's me, Panasonic SDR S26 handheld handycam video. I beg your pardon, it cost me £60.
Okay.
But you can get other ones that are like, I'm sure for like, less than that or about that. Let's see here, item number. See if I can't click on it. But anyway, yeah. So it's round about that price. So it's just for those of you, if you can see that. I don't know if you can. Can you see that? Can you see that? I hope you can. Anyway, so it's just a wee handycam, dead light, tiny. It was quite funny though because it's so on when you were talking about vertical. So this is just one that you would hold like that, and it would be horizontal footage that you would get, handycam style. So I gave it to a bridesmaid, and I didn't realise that. I only realised at the dancing when I was doing the first dance that she was holding it like that. So she was holding it so it was recording vertically, and I went like that to her as I was walking round with the gimbal, and I just went and changed it to horizontal in her hand, and I went that way. But then when I look back at the footage, she's literally recorded like that for the whole day. I was like,
I mean, you could just rotate that, can't you?
no, because it's recording vertically.
Oh, and she's obviously composed everyone.
She's done it like that, so everybody would be on their side. So
Yeah.
But do you know what that was? That's quite funny because that's obviously somebody that's never held or seen a handycam before.
Yeah. Well, why
Do you know
would
what I mean?
they?
It goes back to that thing when you were talking about what's the new
Phone
signal
thing.
for phone, and it's that.
Call me.
Which, to be fair, Brody done that the other day.
Did he?
Uh-huh.
No way.
When he was like, "Hello, hi daddy, hi daddy." When he was like, when he seen my phone, he was like, "Hi daddy, hi daddy."
Mad.
I know.
Why would they know to do that?
How would they know?
How would they know? They never know.
So anyway, so that was quite funny. So yeah, but that's the camera that I use. There's obviously like some nuances that you need to learn with it though, because if it's backlit, forget about it.
Yeah.
It's do not shoot into the light.
No.
Does not work. If you want to not see anything apart from silhouettes,
I mean, there's the argument there, like, oh, you're getting this because it's not for the quality. But at the end of the day,
you still need to see who it is.
you need to see it, and it just cannot hack that.
It doesn't. It's just not able to deal with it.
No.
It's funny though, just like when you look at how much technology's improved, because that even, I don't actually know if that one was from the 90s, but early 90s. It's not really a long time, but yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
But do you know what is very good off of it? The microphone.
Mm-hmm.
The sound quality is really, really good. Like really good. Like it's quite directional.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually been quite impressed with it, which then led me on to how I've started asking people how to use it. So the long and short of it is that the way that, and I think the way that you use it and the way that I use it is we hand it out to either a guest, a bridesmaid, or somebody that I've spoken to, like the groom or the bridesmaid, the bride, sorry, and said, is there someone? I mean, this is my criteria for it. I'll just say to them, okay, so I've started bringing a camcorder to weddings, but it really needs somebody that is not really too, like, they're not afraid of taking themselves too seriously. They're quite like upbeat, fun, and are going to have a bit of a laugh with it, because that's how you get the most out of it. And that they're confident enough to kind of go up to people. And normally there's like one or two. Obviously, I said in one of the last podcasts when I asked a bride and groom that and went up to the girl, and it was a completely different story. But you definitely need someone that's quite good energy to like run with it and get the best out of it. And I am now asking them, my direction to them is, I don't want you to necessarily film everything or just film little bits or film maybe what I'm filming. I want you to go up and I want you to speak to people to get audio, like, and I say that to them. I want, the main purpose of this is to try and get audio touch points between people, whether that be that you're asking, what their favourite part of the day is or something like that, or just, a best memory of the bride and groom, almost kind of like video message-esque, to try and just get those little bits of audio gold that can sometimes totally work.
Yeah.
And that's so far what I've been finding the most success with. Because the first time I didn't really give much direction. I just said, just go and film some shit.
Yeah.
And it was crap.
Yeah.
It was really bad. Like, I just didn't, there was no direction with it. But now going and saying to them, giving them almost like a mission of go up and speak to people with it. It's been much better.
So I like, whenever I give them the camera, and they say, oh, what do you want me to say? I'm like, I'm looking for audio not just like generic, okay, or what's your thoughts on the day and stuff. I know the only audio of the day I'm going to have is from the ceremony and from the speeches. So I'm trying to build a story that attaches to that. So if it's the drinks reception, I am asking someone to go around and say, what did you think of that entrance? What did you think of the groom's reaction to seeing her? Did you have a good view?
That's good.
Where
I
were you
like that.
sitting? So like it's things that had to do with the ceremony. And then the killer question I ask at the bit between the speeches and the dancing is, did you learn anything about the couple during the speeches? And there's always something like, I had no idea how they met. I had no idea that he was stalking her for 10 weeks. I had no idea that he liked every Instagram image, you know? It's always something like that they go, actually, I didn't know that. And that ties in really well with the audio you've got from the speeches already. So it's rather than just looking for generic stuff, you're looking at amplifying what you've already got. And that's why I think are really good questions to ask. So
That's a good shout.
when I was thinking about doing the camcorder stuff rather than the cam snap, I thought of getting a sticky bit of paper, and on the back of the flip out screen that comes out, you can post questions on there. So if they ever need a reminder of what to ask, they can look at the camera and go, okay, these are questions I'll ask. Right, okay, what did you learn? Things like that. And that gives them a little reminder of, you know, a mission of if you have been selected as the camera operator, this is your mission. And that way they always have a reminder of what to do when they're going around.
That's a good idea.
That Wedding Videographer podcast, full of good ideas since 2024.
That's a really good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal that.
Do it. That's what it's here for.
I'm going to steal it. It's already stolen.
Just give me the royalties.
No. So what questions would you put on it?
Things like, what did you learn about them during the speeches? Or did you learn
I
anything?
bet outside those questions, anything else?
So, obviously, I like to, whenever I'm asking questions to people, I can base my question off whatever their answer is. So it's not like, once you've got that kind of core element, you are just kind of generally asking them what, you know, a sort of a follow-on question from that. Maybe things like, what are you wearing today? Like get them to do like a little fashion thing. Like, okay, I'm wearing McGregor McDuff. You know, this is
Louis
this
Vuitton.
is the sort of the McClelland Tutton.
Aaron Mist.
Yeah, Adam Mist, always Adam Mist. I think that's very close to what I had. I'm sure some sort
That's
of
what
mist.
I've got. I bought it.
I think I'm.
That's what I had for my wedding.
I think I'm Butte Mist.
Don't slate it.
Mostly in your clan, some sort of mist. Of some
It's not
sort.
my clan.
But yeah, so like just rather than like, because people get put on the spot saying, "Oh, do you have a message?" They don't. No one wants to give a message because when people do not like the pressure of thinking of something on the spot, they need something they know the answer to immediately. So what did you have for dinner? Did you choose the chicken or the steak? And then get them to like break that down. You know, I didn't even get to eat mine. I was too busy chatting away, something like that. You know, it's contextual to the day. And it's not really making people think too hard about what they need to say. They don't need to say anything profound. Or you get people to just interrupt the conversation and go, right, okay, break down the conversation that we're having. What are we discussing here? How much was that pint? Things like that.
Yeah. So the one that I done, where I probably had the best camcorder footage. So I handed it to a bridesmaid first of all. Bridesmaid. She was all right. Wasn't amazing at it, but then it somehow found its way into a guest who was quite like extroverted, or say quite. She was very extroverted, and she'd actually brought her own camcorder with her. So I was like, perfect. So she went around and she was like, "So what does love mean to you?"
God.
But it was actually really funny. See the reactions. It was
Yeah.
quite funny. Like a lot of the guys were like, "Oh, hey, come back to me."
Oh
It was quite funny. And then the girls were like, "Oh my god."
What does love mean to me? Oh well.
But there was some really, really good stuff in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She went up to which this is another thing I've started to say to them, go up and speak to the bride and groom with it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because that girl went up to the bride and groom, and it was quite funny because the bride, I think she was ready. She was not one for being late. But then they were at the autograph collection, which is just across the Royal Mile to the Signet Library. 4,000 strong Orange March held her up.
She's not one for being late.
She was not happy.
So she led that march.
No, she had to wait. She had to wait for an opening and eventually got over. She was like 20 minutes late.
Wow.
And then like through the ceremony and stuff like that, you can hear the Orange March going over. She was not happy.
Oh man.
But she laughed about it later on. But then that girl went up to them and like, so I start the teaser off with the sexy couple, and she's like, so what was your favourite part of the day? She's like, walking through the Orange March. And then he's like, seeing you, then the groom goes, seeing you walk down the aisle, and then cut straight to her walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. And I'm enjoying those little like interactions, especially when it's not me holding the camera. I think that's like key.
Yeah.
Because that's how I started off doing it. It was me holding the camera. I put the camera on top of my other cameras, but then it's just like a shit version of like what you're already capturing. There's no other like POV from it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think for me anyway, the way that I'm kind of approaching it is I want it for the audio.
Mm-hmm.
I want it for the interactions. Because you just get nice little snippets of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that teaser that I done is probably like some of the best footage that I've kind of like just mixed in, because there is just little bits where they've all kind of been holding the camera like that, you know, almost like selfie like, and they're like cheersing or whatever, and it's just, I don't know, there's just something really nice about it.
Yeah.
If your editing backlog is stressing you out, Bride and Groom Video are here to help.
You get a dedicated account manager that matches an editor to your unique style, so your films can get delivered without the overwhelm.
Listeners of That Wedding Videographer podcast get £75 off for their first order by using the code TWVP75.
And for UK videographers only, brideandgroom.video have launched a special package price for feature and highlight films just for you.
Plus, you'll also get an extra discount in ceremony and speeches.
This makes it much more cost effective to use brideandgroom.video as your editing studio.
Send your footage, send your brief, and they'll sort the rest.
Hasta la vista, backlog. Looking to upgrade your cameras? Well, let's introduce you to the new Lumix flagships, the S1R2.
And the S1 II. Some of the features we love about these cameras are:
On the S1R2, being able to crop in past the APS-C in pixel mode, giving you 3 focal lengths from 1 prime.
and the S1 II is also feisty, giving you 5.1K open gate at 50 frames a second.
Both of these cameras have 100 frames a second with a 1.1 crop.
Plus, both these cameras come with industry-leading IBIS, which Lumix is known for.
Lumix also has a loan scheme which allows you to borrow these cameras for 48 hours so you can try them out and make sure that they're the camera for you.
Not only will they deliver them for free, but they'll also pick them up for free as well.
Use the code TWVP at the Lumix store for 10% off.
Check the link in the show notes below.
Kids, they are hit or miss because, like,
Because they're children.
Because they're children, right? They don't necessarily compose the shots very well. You're not looking for great composition, but you do kind of want to see who you're looking at. And they also might use it as a prop, like a gun or something like that. They might just not really take the job seriously. But one thing about kids is that they have no filter. They don't care about going up to people.
Nope.
There is no nerves or anything. If you give them a task and they're up for it, they will go to it. So a great example I had is I gave the cam snap to one of the kids, and I said, look, I'd love to see every single person at this wedding. I want to know their names. I want to know where they've come from, and how they know the couple. And this kid was like, well, this is what the kids say, bet. You're like, bet. I'm like, cool.
Whatever that means.
I know, right? So this kid did not let me down. He went around every single person at that wedding.
You included?
Me included. I was in it, and the photographer was too. And we got their names, and we got.
How do you know the couple? Through Zoom.
Right? And it was. But what's so good about that is that I could cut before the speech. I could go to the kids' footage of that person before it goes to the speech. So I've got a kind of core thing there, which is great. Obviously, the downside of it sometimes is that they just get bored very quickly and they put the camera down and they don't do anything, or they misuse it, like the cam snap, just pressing the button, something like that. Or they fight over it, which is great. But the parents love it when you give the kids a task because it gives them something to do, you know. So yeah, that's always a win. But they are, you know, if you're worried about not knowing someone who is going to have nerves about going up to people, kids just don't have it. So that's always a win. Yeah, but I think, you know, that's one way of using camcorders at weddings. Obviously, if you decide that you want to use it, I think a really good way of utilizing camcorders is walkthroughs. sometimes when we are just capturing footage, we like to be still, just get the scene, let it all happen. But camcorders are very different. I think they should be more immersive, and the shots really shouldn't be steady or like thinking about the rule of thirds or anything. Take that camcorder, embrace the fact that it has no stabilization, and just walk through a room. Walk up to people who are having a conversation, glide over to the next people who are having a conversation. Give people a visual map of what's happening in that venue, because that's what the room looked like. And having this camera, you don't know what kind of collections of people will be talking to each other, and you don't know how important that is for the couple. So a lot of movement with camcorders. I don't think you should really be looking for stationary stuff. Even the zoom-ins, I love like a dramatic servo zoom on the camcorder from the other side of the room to, if you, I don't know what your Lumix has in terms of optical zoom, but going from one end of the room to the other, and someone's just got a pint glass and they just turn to you, like it's just magic. It's magic nostalgia. And also the zooms are really good to cut together. So like in my Sidmouth film, I basically caught a picture of a Sidmouth in the shop fronts, and I zoomed in every single one of them. I had it stationary and I had it zoomed in, but the one I used for the edit is stitching all of those zoom ins together, so it was like one continual zoom in. So if you've got a bunch of stuff where it is zoomed in, you can do that in an edit really well, because it's just constantly moving into the scene. And then if you finish on the bride and groom, then that's like a really cool little sequence that you can do for your camcorder stuff. So I would say embrace the movement. You don't want something pretty, you want chaotic. Chaotic nostalgia.
Yeah. I agree, because I've added in shots that I would never ever have dreamed adding in, because it's like there's a shot in that and it's like the camera's like starts off, it's like at their legs and only hits their faces for maybe like a second and a half. But again, it's just them kind of dancing about, having a good time,
Yeah.
So no, I really like it, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, seeing more people kind of getting to grips with it. But let us know if there's questions that you ask that that you find work really, really well, things that you've maybe learned that don't work so well as well. Drop us a DM, let us know, we'll maybe talk about it in the next podcast.
One more point.
No,
I think
that's all we've got time for.
I think a really good...
I've been Danny.
This is good.
That is Jace.
This is good. Let's throw this in. I think another thing to add to the value of your pack, you can choose to sell it if you want, but I don't. If I've got the camcorder footage, what I like to do is the day after is take all that camcorder footage, put it into one timeline, and just send it.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So it's not a teaser. They get the teaser and stuff, but they get all of the raw camcorder footage in one sequence uploaded, and they've got like a nostalgia run. I call it the nostalgia run. And it's basically like it's an incentive for them that the more you film, the more you get. And so the couple get, this kind of unraw, unfiltered look at their day that isn't cinematic, but it is a complete raw look back on their day.
Oh, that's cool.
And it requires no effort from me, because I just upload the clips, send it on, and don't even put music to it.
Yeah, I don't charge for it either, to be fair. I just have it on there as like a optional extra free of charge.
So yeah, I'll obviously get rid of some of the stuff if it's completely useless, but I think it's always good, like the day after a wedding, they get pretty much a 5 to 10 minute film that's just it is in order of the day, but it's just little clips of it. And I think it's good fun for them. So utilize that. If you've got footage of it, just send it on. It will always do better in their account than it will just sitting on your hard drive.
Good advice.
It's camcorders complete.
Well, I've been Danny.
I've been Jace.
See you next week.